Hi, my name is Mohit Sardar. My Unity ID is M Sardar. This is a demo of the computing environment workshop. In this demo, I'll be creating a virtual machine using Vagrant and VirtualBox. Then we'll be installing Node.js inside the virtual machine, and then we'll be using a sync folder to edit files on the host operating system and run them on the browser. The first step is to install Vagrant and VirtualBox. This can be done simply by going to these download URLs, which can be found easily. You can download the installer for both of these and run them. Then once we have these two tools available, we can go to the next step, which is to run command prompt as admin and then initialize the virtual machine image. So here we have the command prompt. So I'll be initializing the virtual machine here. So vagrant init. So this is the command, and then we have to give any virtual machine image. So I'll be using Ubuntu Trusty 64. So this will initialize the virtual machine. So now the virtual machine is initialized, and we can check here inside the folder. There's a Vagrant file, and this has all the settings for the virtual machine. So right now we'll just leave this as it is, and we'll start the virtual machine by running Vagrant up. So now we have started the virtual machine. You can connect to the virtual machine by doing Vagrant SSH, and so that connected us to the virtual machine. So we can actually check by listing some files and folders. uh, so for now I'll be exiting since I want to change some settings for the virtual machine. So now we're back on the host operating system, and the next step is to edit the Vagrant file as we need. So inside the Vagrant file we'll be making a few changes. So yeah, I've just made some changes. One is to enable the network here using this IP address. Then we have a synced folder, which is, so this is the path on the host operating system and the corresponding path on the virtual machine. So now that we've changed the settings for the virtual machine, we will have to run Vagrant reload to restart the virtual machine. Yeah, so now the virtual machine has restarted. So now we'll connect to the virtual machine again. So now we are connected to the virtual machine. So let's take a look at that synced folders. So the sync folder is in the projects folder. So here I've already added a project called Express, in which we have a index JavaScript file and a package JSON file. So let's see if we can find that on the virtual machine. So here you can see that is the same Express folder that was there in our host operating system. So let's go inside that folder and we'll see the index.js file and the package JSON file. So uh, before we can run that code, I need to install Node.js. So for that, we need to run these four commands. So now Node.js has been installed. So I'll be moving to the folder of that project. So now we are inside the project folder, and we can just open up the files and see that it's the same as we need it. So that is the index.js file and package JSON file. So these should be the same as, so these are the ones on the host operating system. So you can see the same as the one on the virtual machine. So from here, once Node.js is installed, we can run npm install after moving into this folder. Yeah, so now after we finished npm install, so let me just check here. So once we finish npm install, we can run it by, so you can see that there is already a script here forever. So we'll be running that script, npm run forever. And so now this has started the web server. So we can just check from here. So this is the same IP address. Yeah, so it has worked. We can see that uh, in index.js it sends hi there, and that is what is being displayed here. So now we'll try to edit the file from the host operating system and see how that works. So for that, let's say I change this to, so now I've changed the message that needs to be displayed. Now we'll go to package.json and add another uh, script for stop that will just run forever stop all. So I'm saving both of these files. I will go back into the virtual machine and we can actually check the two files and see that the same modifications are displayed here. So that is for index.js, and for package.json also the changes have been made. So now let's restart the web server. First we have to run stop, and now if you go to the web browser, uh, nothing is displayed, and now we'll restart it by running forever. And now we can see that the same modifications are being shown here, displayed here. So that is how we can keep editing this file here, and we can view the changes through the browser itself. So yeah, that is the end of this demo. Thank you for listening.